we are going. Welcome everybody to Highly Unlikely. This is our Friday episode. My name is Drew. Dude, I was supposed to say my name is Raj. Holy shit. You need to stop smoking weed in here, bro. Straight up, bro. I'm getting smoked out the last couple episodes.
That would have been the best intro ever.
You ever seen those like things that you can blow your smoke into and it just doesn't escape?
Like, what do you mean?
So you literally like...
Oh, like say if you don't want the smoke escaping.
Yeah. I gotta get you one of those fuckers.
Remember I told you about the ghetto trick with the dryer sheet on the end of the paper towel? Remember? Did I talk to you about this?
Maybe. That sounds something right. I think we talked about it being a fleshlight.
Ways back in the day, man.
You know what we need to do? I'm gonna get you one, and I'm gonna put Highly Unlikely on the front of it. I swear to God, I'm gonna get one.
Start selling them, son.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Especially at the end of last episode too. I was just fucked.
Same. You and me both, son.
Mm-hmm. Yo, dude. I'm starting to get old.
No shit. You know who you're talking to, motherfucker?
No, bro. But
like, fuck out of here. I'm starting to get old.
I'm starting to get old, dude. You know how I know?
You're really wigging out these days. This COVID got you all fucked up, eh? Son?
It does. But
yeah, I know.
More what's got me fucked up is your mirror, dude.
Which mirror?
Your mirror.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, bro.
Why? What's up with it?
Had a shower, right?
And you're like, God damn, I'm ugly.
Basically is what happened. So I'm like Mexican and Greek. So we got some hairy fuckers in my family.
And bro, you know who you're talking to?
And up until this point, I've escaped the hair. I haven't really had an issue with it. Like, I'm good, not a hairy guy. So looking in your mirror, I got hair coming in on my back. And not like the top of my shoulders, like my lats, bro. Yo, I stood in front of your mirror for legit 5 minutes after my shower, and I was like, motherfucker.
Like, the one spot I don't get hair is probably my back.
The one spot you don't have hair?
Yeah. Actually, I don't have a lot. Like, my chest, I only get like a little bit here. Like, I don't have a lot. My stomach, I get it, though.
I get hair, bro.
But yeah, I guess lucky on my back, I don't really get it.
Dude, I'm devastated. Because my pops...
Wait till your shit all starts going gray like mine, bro. You want to talk about devastated.
See, but I'm white, so the gray's just going to look like it's not there.
I don't really care about the gray, to be honest. Like, a lot of guys, like, don't care. Like, a lot of guys care. And, like, I tried to dye it just to see what it would look like and shit, but, like, I'm not going to keep doing this. Like, it's just, it is what it is. It's called life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, it's life, dog.
Your routine for getting pretty, though, like, putting a little bit of dye in your beard just seems like another little step in the process. You know what I mean?
It's not for me. Like, you see all these guys, like, remember Diddy and all these guys, Khaled, they all looking rugged on the COVID because they're not, none of these guys are dying.
Khaled?
Kevin Hart, all these guys. Dude. Now you realize, like, all these dudes pretty much are dying their shit.
Yeah, 100%.
All these guys. So
everybody is.
Like, I'm just like, fuck it, man. It is what it is. Like, it's just life, dude. And
you know who doesn't age? Pharrell. Pharrell looks the exact same as he did, like, 15 years ago.
Did you hear, like, I remember back in the day, he was, like, fully tatted. He wanted to get them all lasered off and get all new ones put on.
Why?
I'm just like, this guy's wild, son. I don't know why. This is like a long time ago. I totally remember this.
Did he do it?
I don't think so.
When you remove like tattoos, does it fully come off?
Yeah, it's like a laser thing, but it's gradual.
I've seen the gun.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and it's like quite like after one, you see it, you can still see it, but it's a huge difference. And I think you have to go like, I guess, obviously depending color. Skin tone, it varies, I guess, your appointment wise, but I want to say like at least probably 3 or so appointments to get tattoos off.
I'm just thinking in my head, you know how like cells regenerate?
Yeah.
Right? And so like, I think it's every 7 years, every cell in your body has regenerated. So every 7 years,
I think that's right.
You're like a new person, right?
Highly unlikely stats, yeah.
Buddy, I'm PhD, not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. How does ink stay inside your skin from a tattoo if all your cells regenerate after 7 years?
Well, you do. Well, no, that's because of the sun.
I know, but I'm thinking.
I've had mine touched up.
Yeah.
Right,
but
that's.
But think about this. How does it stay in the skin if all the cells are regenerating?
Should be.
I need answers, bro. I want an answer, bro.
You're talking to a guy who's smoking a weed pen.
You're also a guy who's got tattoos, so you should be well versed on the subject, bro.
I don't know. Obviously, something in that ink. I don't know what's in the ink, bro.
I never understood that because, like, you get all new skin sheds, like the ink should just fall off.
Google it, dog.
No, I like not Googling things and just, you know how, like, remember car getting into the mall? I like how not knowing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's more fun that way.
That is, and But thank God, though, it doesn't.
How does
'Cause what a waste that would be. Your tattoo would be gone in like 7 years, let's say.
Yeah.
It would basically be gone, right? What a
Yeah.
waste of money.
To be clear, most of the tattoo pigment stays after the person. The ink is not cleared away. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. The ink. Dude, I'm going to say this shit real wrong here.
Good.
The ink that's not cleared away by special repair cells called macrophages stays in the dermis within trapped macrophages or skin cells called fibroblasts.
So it's the ink. It's something in the ink then.
Yeah, but it's saying that the ink stays in the cells, which, okay, cool, but what happens when new cells are made? I don't fucking get it, bro.
Next time we talk to a scientist, throw that at him.
I will, dude. That's
That
what I
who
came to
you-
you for, dude.
Was that who you would ask? A Scientologist? No.
A biologist?
Well, that's
A Scientologist?
religion, bro. A scientist?
Yo, you would think, like someone who doesn't know, like, yo, a Scientologist, they must be fucking smart, dude. There's no science.
Oh, those guys aren't smart? Fuck. Bow down.
Those are the smartest people on the
Those
planet.
guys are savages, man.
Dude, they enslave people. You ever seen that Going Clear documentary?
No, I think we talked about
You need to watch this.
Yeah,
dude.
I think you
it's
said that.
fucking wild.
We talked about that guy, remember Danny Masterson, the rape dude?
No,
And the
we've
church
talked
is,
about a
covering
lot
for him?
of rape dudes.
Yeah, we do. That's how we do. Highly
That's how you do. That's your shit.
Yep. Anyway, he was like a TV guy. He was on like
Okay.
TV for a long time. Raped a bunch of these, allegedly, I'll say, raped a bunch of all these chicks. And like the church was going after these bitches to like
Shut them up.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
These
it's just
guys are
wild.
ruthless, son.
Yo, okay, I swear to God, you need to watch this documentary because they literally dress up in like space suits, like the Navy. Like you see Tom Cruise in like a sailor suit giving a speech to like 100,000 people,
Really?
like saluting L. Ron Hubbard. Like,
Elron, I know.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
wild. There's like a big photo of him. It's weird.
And those motherfuckers pay no taxes.
I'd love to go and just get like the test done that originally happens when you like join Scientology. 'Cause there's like a little electron reader thing.
I remember watching the show about people leaving Scientology. You know that girl that did it, Leah Remini.
It rings a bell.
She was in Scientology,
Okay.
broke away,
She got like excommunicated by everybody,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
and then tells you the insight on what really goes on.
Yeah.
And it was her and like a couple other guys that left, and they did this show, and like actually showed a lot. It's just like opens your eyes, like wow, these guys are fucked. And yeah, man, like how they like keep you away from your family and shit. It's like it's fucked up shit, man.
There's a lot of religions that do that though. Like Mormons
Yeah, dude.
do that.
Crazy, man.
Is it Mormons? The people who live with like no technology? It's Mormons, right?
No, Amish.
Amish.
Yeah.
Yo,
Amish.
I ever tell you this story? That of the Amish people cliff jumping?
No.
No, okay. So, you ever been to Lynn Canyon in North Vancouver?
No.
Sick. It's like a wicked cliff jumping spot, and there's like a big suspension bridge over these like waterfalls.
Okay, I've seen the suspension bridge.
Yeah,
But okay,
but-
yeah.
You can jump off these waterfalls. The one thing that's sick though is there's a natural water slide. So like the river, it comes in pools, right?
Okay.
And then it comes over the top of this one pool, and then it shoots down this like literally just this rock face, but it's carved into it. This slide.
Okay.
So you go in this slide, and it shoots you off like a 20-foot cliff down into the fucking bottom. So it's sick. Like,
Full of white boys.
100%.
Yeah.
Yo, low-key, I saw this video a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
This dude, and I forget his name, I want to shut him out. He's like 65 years old, and all he does is huck fat cliff jumps. He was there, and there's like a 100-footer, and he just walked off that bitch. No
Really?
problem. Yeah, it's sick.
Back.
Anyways,
Nice one.
we were cliff jumping, and it was me and my buddy Jamie, and we just started to hear this kind of like yelling behind us, right?
Okay.
Not like aggressive yelling, but like almost like a parent scolding their kid. We turn around, and this Amish girl, full Amish like dress, garb, get up, had jumped into the pool, and like so you swim across the pool
Okay.
to the edge, and that's where the waterfall is, and you jump off that edge, right?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But it's a river, and so once you like go into the pool, it's kind of like you have to jump. You can't swim back because the current's too strong, right? So you gotta shoot across the pool, and you're committed to jumping.
Right.
This girl had done it, and she's maybe like 17, 18, right?
Yep.
And her parents are all there, and they're in their full Amish garb.
Giving
She's
her
got-
shit.
Oh, they're yelling at her, "Get back here!" She's like, she literally is like, "Fuck
Just
you,
the
no, I'm gonna
rebel.
do this."
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But the funniest thing was, she jumped, and her two brothers had to like. Her parents were like, "You gotta go get her," and her two brothers were tripping out, dude.
They're all like, no.
They swam across this pool. They're like, "Fuck!" And they're like, "How do we get back?" I'm like, "We're all like, yo, you can't get back. You have to
Yeah,
jump."
she might low key be the first Amish stripper.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah.
Dick for sure.
That's how you do.
But there's like a series of jumps. And so at the second jump, it's also mandatory because you have to do these 2 jumps because it's like a big canyon. And that's the only way you can get out. You can't climb up the sides. And she was stuck at the second jump and was too scared to jump.
People drown at this Lynn
Oh,
Canyon?
dude. There's like a sign at the top that says, do not cliff jump. X number of people have died.
I swear you see it on the news.
Yeah.
I swear, like at least once every summer, someone dies here. Yeah. It's not a brown guy thing.
What it is, though, is people like, it's when the water's low and people try and jump or do the water slide when there's like no water.
Yeah. Get it together, people.
Yeah.
Go in a pool.
It's more fun, though, dude.
Fuck.
Cliff jumping's hilarious.
Yeah, real funny to the dead guy.
Don't be an
Fucking
idiot.
hilarious,
But you could
bro.
die walking. Just don't be an idiot. It's not that hard.
Okay. I could die walking. Okay, my chances of dying walking on a normal paved road as opposed to fucking jagged rocks with harsh fucking current of water and shit, come on, a little bit different, bro.
Just because you can't swim doesn't mean it's dangerous,
I can swim.
Really?
Yeah, swimming lessons a whole 9, man.
Ooh, look at
bullshit,
you. Actually,
yeah.
we've talked about this.
Yeah, I can
100%.
swim.
I'm
Yeah,
impressed. Good job.
Yeah.
You can't front that you're hood if you can swim, dude. That's like, doesn't work that way.
We're bougie. Our parents
You're
put us
bougie
in
hood?
swimming lessons. We're bougie.
So what's going on, bro?
Fuck off, man.
Anything interesting happened you want to talk about? Or just shit in general?
Well, with the elections, we had Oregon becoming the first state to decriminalize possession of hard drugs.
Shout out Oregon. We can
So
go do
that's
crack.
pretty dope. So voters in Arizona, Montana, New Jersey, and South Dakota passed state ballot measures to legalize recreational cannabis use. Cannibal. That's totally different.
Buddy, we can just muck people now.
It's like, whoa.
Yo.
So yeah, no, it's pretty dope. We talked about New Jersey already doing it, right?
Yeah.
So you got to think this is just going to be the norm now, right? Mexico just legalized it, right?
Shout out Mexico. Let's go.
So,
But
finally,
wait.
everyone catching up.
You be talking about marijuana. I thought we were talking
Marijuana.
about recreational drugs.
Well, for Oregon,
Everything.
all hard drugs, which is dope. So if you got a bit of yayo at the bar, you have to
Get
how
rid of
it
it.
works is do it all, or if you get caught, it's like you get a fine like $100, but you would have to like go to like a recovery kind of class.
That class
kind of
is going to be lit, dude.
So it's either that or I guess jail. I guess to give you the option. So and they're funding all this shit because of the legalized weed. So all the money coming in from taxes, they're able to fund these programs. So
It just makes sense.
it's a win-win. And they also approved a ballot to legalize psilocybin.
Yep.
So
There have been trials with
BC as well. They're doing
Yeah.
experimental trials with I can't remember what kind of,
it's ketamine.
but for what kind of conditions I don't remember. But
it's
they're more receptive to doing this kind of treatment, which is great. Like let's
It's
be
like
real.
strictly suicide, like not strictly. There's like a word for it. Acutely suicidal patients.
Okay.
It can like bring people back from.
You know,
the edge.
everyone feels better when they do a bit of shrooms. Don't
Straight
you?
up, though,
fucking
dude.
rice, man. Feel great.
Exactly.
So yeah, I know. Right on. Shout out to Oregon.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Obviously, that's the first place I'm hitting in the States.
The first thing that happened in the boys group chat too was boys were doing
Yeah.
a road trip.
Fucking rights, man. What you got? You got something you want to talk about?
I have a bunch of shit actually. Did you? We'll talk about that one after. Our boy Elon Musk is now the second richest man in the world. You hear that shit?
128 billion or something?
Yeah, dude. So I didn't know this. Tesla was private this entire time. They literally just went public, did an IPO. I thought it had long been public.
The S&P just let him come on. Just like I want to say weeks ago.
Yeah, that's how he moved up to the second richest man.
You have to be profitable for 4 quarters and able to make the S&P.
Is that what it is?
They weren't. And just until recently. That's how you get invited to be on the S&P.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out Elon. Tesla stock up 574%, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking killing it. And he's going to really kill it with that space shit.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
wait till the money starts rolling in for that. No money rolling in for that.
Have you
Wait
seen?
till that shit. Fuck me, dude.
Have you
Start
seen the
killing it.
videos of them like launching a rocket and then re-landing it on a barge in the middle of the ocean?
Yeah, impressive.
That is crazy, dude.
Yeah, that was like the whole thing in the beginning is to be able to land that thing properly
Yep.
and like reuse and shit like
Exactly,
that.
right?
So,
Because the biggest
fucking
cost
crazy though.
of space travel is that like spaceships are one-way ships. They're torched afterwards. Where this is going to be reuse billions of dollars worth of equipment, which is
And-
super smart.
Always talking shit about the Russians, but we always need to hitch a ride with them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck these Russians. But yo, bro,
Give me a lift.
we need a lift, man.
Give
In
me a
space, man. You know what I'm saying? Put all that shit aside, hook us up with a ride. I can't remember how much it cost him each time, but it's, I want to say maybe like 50 million. They got to pay Russia each time they go up there. I could be
I have
wrong,
no
but
clue.
something ridiculous like
We'll say 50 mil now.
that.
$50 million taxi service sounds pretty good though.
Putin's probably get a cool 40 of that.
Oh, for sure, buddy.
So,
I don't know how you could like manage being up on the space station for that long. Cause they're up there for like a year at a time.
depending on the mission, yeah.
That's so long.
So pretty crazy, yeah. Fuck that, man.
You know that like
I would trip out so bad, dude. Like I already don't like heights, and I'm going to space,
oh you
son.
yeah okay. I feel like it's different though, cause like you're not. It doesn't feel high. You're off the world.
When you see them do like the spacewalks and they're like fixing shit
Yo, I'd love
on the
to do that.
ISS, bro.
That'd be so
holy
sick.
Fuck, man.
It'd be so sick. Did you know that
Crazy.
the astronauts in space age slower than the people on Earth?
Interesting.
Because you're like it's like a thing where you're a further distance from the gravitational source, and because they're orbiting the Earth, they're going faster. And there's like this weird thing with physics that as you go faster and approach the speed of light, which is the fastest measurable speed, time slows down. So like, I forget. I'm almost fucked up.
So what's that called? What was that movie called?
You can like Interstellar. No.
Benjamin Button. Is that the right movie?
Oh, where he gets younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. There's one where if you are traveling at the speed of light for an entire year, and then you come back, people on Earth will have aged 100 years, and you'll have aged 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're on the space station, you're moving faster than everybody else on Earth because they're close to the gravitational source, so you actually age slower.
That's trippy.
Yeah, wild, right?
Yo, they all gotta wear diapers and shit up
Yeah, dude. Also, your dick gets longer because it's less compressed and stretched out.
there. Yo, I'm like,
You get taller too. I could use that to be
I'll
honest
be
with
like,
you.
yo, I'm like whatever, 50-year-old man,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing diapers, son.
Yo, but like,
And
can you
like,
imagine? You're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna wear it. You shit, and then
man.
just the schmear comes
like
up. Like,
I'm an
oh.
astronaut. Like people look up to me, right? And rightfully so, right? Like for sure, I get that part. And I'm wearing diapers, son, shit myself.
This is not what I signed up for.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like you know what I mean? Like god damn.
I'm supposed to be a hero. And all you're thinking about is all the times you got shat on when you're up in space.
I'd be the guy like putting the joint in there, trying to grab the joint. You know? But I'd have nugs in the air, just
Yo.
grabbing nugs.
If you, okay,
Yo, imagine passing the doobie like that. You light
like-
the doobie and just like, oh, son.
you know how like any sort of force, you start moving against it, right?
Right?
What happens if you bust a nut? Do you shoot backwards?
Oh, you nutted all over yourself?
No. Because it would just, it's moving this way. There's nothing to stop it. You'd never go on you. It would just, do you shoot backwards?
Trippy.
You know how like in cartoons, like there'll be like a Wile E. Coyote on a skateboard and he's just got
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
leaf
yeah.
blower and he's blowing backwards? Is it like that when you bust?
Yeah, good one. I don't know, man.
That makes sense. What
I
is
wonder, I wonder if has anyone like taken a little half gram up there?
I don't think you could sneak shit onto the ISS, bro.
You know, you put it in your small jean pocket. You know that little square guy. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, they're
man.
wearing Levi's up to the ISS.
Yeah, man, just drop it in there, bro.
Okay. I don't want to like. Okay, I'm gonna do incognito mode because I don't want like porn to come up for this. How much concussive force? I think is the right thing to do. Search. Concussive force.
Who else is in this rocket game? Somebody else is, not just Elon. Is it not Branson? Is it? Somebody else is in this game.
Richard Branson. Actually, that sounds right.
Is he doing one, or did I just make that shit up?
I have no idea. Okay.
But I don't think they're obviously as far as Elon is.
Yeah. Okay, how much force is in an ejaculation? Is what we're looking up right now. It's not giving me no like.
Only the
PSI.
best here on Highly Unlikely.
Yeah, because I know in like space shoots, like when they do spacewalks, you have like the little jetpack, and it's literally just like air that goes, and they just adjust with it, right?
Nice.
So you could do that with the low, like. I don't think we're gonna find the answers today, people. It's propelled with so little force that the liquid is.
I would puke, bro, if I was up there. I would literally puke.
I think you get used to it though, bro.
Yeah, maybe after I puke, sure.
That'd be the first thing I would do is busting it out up there. Not gonna lie, that'd be pretty nuts.
You got that whole suit on. How you getting in there, man? Like,
No, when you're not, you don't have the suit in the ISS. You're just chilling.
well, inside, yeah, I guess.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. What if you're just like chilling the
Just your grill, you're shooting the load across the room.
Cock out, just chilling, looking down on the earth, be like, yeah, look at that bitch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, must be super trippy though, man. Real talk. Probably one of the best
100%.
jobs in the world, right?
Did you see that? That Elon like sold everything he owns
Yeah, I seen that a while ago. All his houses,
because
like
like
9 houses he's just sold. Or
people
something.
were giving him shit on Twitter.
He says he doesn't want the possessions. I'm paraphrasing, like basically to define him, I guess something like that. But he's just like, seems like he's one of those guys where he's just like, I don't need nothing.
See, I heard different. I heard it was all because he was getting shit on Twitter. Like, oh, you can't be preaching all the good for Earth when you're so well off and you have all this shit. And he's like, okay, fuck you, I'm gonna sell it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is that, but like he's been doing this for a while now.
Which to me, like, you're Elon Musk, bro. Like, fuck what the world says.
Oh, if that maybe that's what he is though. Maybe he's just like, fuck, I don't need this shit. Doesn't having 9 houses doesn't do nothing for him. That like other shit moves that guy's fucking, not 9 houses.
That's true.
Like that shit doesn't do nothing for him. Like this guy's sending fucking people to the moon, or not moon, but you know what I mean though. Like you're sending people to space. You're gonna probably be the first guy sending like humans, like customers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the shit that gets him going. Not fucking. He's not a rapper where he needs 7 cars and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't get him off. That doesn't make him tick, bro.
That's not what drives him.
This shit here is what makes him go.
I almost like would not want it to be Elon ever. Like just the way his mind must work.
He says it never shuts off.
Exactly.
It's gotta be so crazy, bro.
Like I don't
The gift and the curse, man. I don't think it's all cracked up to be. We just see like
the good parts of it.
the outside of it.
Yeah.
Like wow, we see the finished product, the Tesla, the rocket, Elon. Wow, but you don't.
What
see
is his day-to-day like?
Sleepless nights because his mind's racing. Like
Never
Yeah.
able to enjoy the moment or actually relax.
it's got to be super crazy to be him, and I don't know if I could handle that, man. If I would want to handle that.
Yeah, I think it's either you go crazy or you become Elon Musk. Like there's no in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty nutty. I can't. Like fuck. What 10 years? What's this guy gonna do? You know what I mean? Is he behind that Hyperloop, right?
He
that
ma-
him?
That he made the Hyperloop.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
him, yeah.
That's him.
So I guess that's the next thing. Hyperloop.
Hyperloop, the Boring Company, more Tesla stuff. He's all over the place, bro.
So
Shout out my boy Elon, friend of the
Crazy.
show,
crazy.
guest one day. That's coming. In BC, our version of Dr. Fauci is Bonnie Henry. For those who don't know, she gave an absolutely riveting speech last week, and part of her announcement was, during sex, you must now face away from your partner in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
The girl we work with,
Yeah.
she said that I listened to it and she was saying, Bonnie Henry said glory holes.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bonnie is a freak.
Bonnie gets
Son.
down in the sack.
Like you go to Bonnie's house and it's just like a hallway full of holes in her fucking.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like, God damn, Bonnie.
But dude, all the comments,
Bonnie gets busy, son.
apparently, all the comments though from like people online are just be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm getting reverse cow for the next 3 months."
There you go. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Shout out, right away to go.
Hell yeah.
Well, it is what it is, I guess, bro. Glory holes, it is, man.
Would you ever do a glory hole?
I've never done one. No,
If you had the option to.
I don't know. Maybe why not?
Well, you don't know what's on the other side.
Well, it wouldn't be like a random.
Okay,
like that.
okay.
It would just be like playing it out, you know.
No. I'm talking about like random.
No, come get the fuck out of here, bro.
Okay, what if? Okay, I'm gonna set up a scenario. Guaranteed.
I already say no.
Guaranteed. No. Okay, guaranteed. The person on the other side is like clean and good looking, but both guy and girl, right? So like it's either like a smoke show dude or a smoke show girl, and both of them are like super clean, like no diseases, no nothing, right? Except these are your odds.
No.
These are your odds.
No,
Okay,
man.
95.5% that it's a girl.
I'm not doing this.
You're a pussy, bro.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
95%?
Call me a pussy, bro. but yeah,
95%.
I'll pass. Yeah, that 5% is way too much risk for me, okay? For you, clearly it's not.
But yeah, I know I'm never gonna
You're
know
like,
what's on the other
80,
side.
20 the other way.
Exactly. I'm shooting for the hoop.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck.
What
Yeah,
if-
no, I'll pass, bro. Thanks.
You're a pussy, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You
Call
think
me
you're
a
hard,
pussy.
bro? You think you're hood? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You could swim,
Yeah,
won't
you-
do a glory hole. Get
Real
the
hard
fuck
in
outta
your
here,
buddy's
bro.
ass, son. Fuck.
I'm gonna be hard, that's for sure. What you got for me?
So Joe Biden, obviously president, and never got to the piece about his son. So
Oh fuck
Hunter.
yeah! I'm excited about this because we did a
So-
little bit last week.
Just like a rundown of his kind of, I guess, a little bit exciting life there. Sure.
Something like that.
So he got married in '93, divorced in 2017. He has 3 daughters, right? In the divorce papers, his wife at the time accuses him of blowing family funds on drugs and prostitutes. The same year as the split, he began. Now I forgot to tell you, it's fucked up, bro. He began dating his widowed sister-in-law.
Yo, that's foul.
So his bro died from brain cancer in 2015.
Yo, from cancer?
In 2015,
That's fucked
like 40 years
up.
old or whatever, right? And then he hooks up with his wife.
That's foul, dude.
So they began dating, I guess, while he was recovering from crack. Way to go, Hunter. And grieving his brother's death,
That's
obviously.
Fucking foul.
So they dated for a couple of years, splitting early 2019. And then and later that year, he entered a court battle for unpaid child support that he fathered with that ex-stripper. And subsequently had to re-up all that payment because he was found to be the father.
But also, how cheap are you if you're the president's son? And you
Not at
can't
this time, he wasn't.
I know, but still, you're Joe Biden, the vice president's
president.
kid, and you can't afford child support? Get the fuck out
It's
of
not
here.
that he can't afford it. He just refused to.
No, I
accept that the
understand
kid
that. That's
was
what I'm
his,
saying.
you
Like,
know?
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, it's
Like,
totally-
that should be light work. It should be no problem,
Oh, you would think so, right?
right?
Deep pockets these guys got, bro. So
I guess that's how the rich stay rich, right? Avoiding that alimony.
there you go. One of the ways. Ask what was it, Carl Malone? Remember that story we were
have
talking
no
about?
clue.
Carl Malone, the young girl. Anyways, so since all this happened, he's gotten remarried to somebody else. Now, we all know he suffered from drug problem. He was in the military, got kicked out, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was discharged because he tested positive for blow. So, had to leave. And I can't remember. You know how it's like honorable discharge or administrative discharge?
Yeah.
I think he got like a certain type one. I can't remember, but anyways, nonetheless,
There's dishonorable
it
discharge.
wasn't dishonorable. I know that.
Okay.
But nonetheless, had to get kicked out of the military. And so when he discussed his drug problem with the New Yorker magazine, and he admitted to having a brush with law enforcement in Arizona in 2016. He had rented a car, returned it, and then I guess later on, one of the people found a crack pipe with like coke in the pipe and shit, right?
Yeah.
So they called the cops, but there was no evidence that he used the pipe, but it was his,
Yeah.
allegedly.
There's photos of him smoking crack.
Oh, he readily admits it that he
Okay.
he was a drug addict.
Is.
Yeah, very possibly is, yeah. Also, so rehab a bunch of times. And now here's the thing. Now, he was suspected of smoking crack inside a Washington, D.C. strip club. The club's called Archibald Gentlemen's Club. And
Archibald.
here's the thing. So, they say they had no issue with him. Obviously, they're not going to say anything. Probably a good customer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's rumors that allegedly a stripper was using sex toys on him in front of everyone.
Like
so
he
Buddy
was getting
told
it?
Yeah,
He was getting it?
He's getting it.
Attaboy.
So what I'm saying is Hunter 2024. You got my vote.
What? Isn't like Magic City. Isn't that the one in DC?
That's in Atlanta.
Atlanta, that's what it is.
Atlanta's like, I think, king of the... No, Houston, I think, might be king of the strip clubs. Houston or Atlanta. They go crazy over there.
Or James Harden.
No, James Harden.
Yeah, he's all about that.
They retired his jersey. That's hella tricking, son.
Single-handedly supporting an industry. Okay, keep going with this.
I'm done. That's it. That's all I got.
That's a wild fucking story.
I gotta end on him getting it from the dildos, right? Or a sex toy. So, yeah, I don't know. Fuck, I love to party with the guy. Sounds like fucking straight up.
Sounds like a good time, to be honest with you.
Good weekend, you know what I mean?
No shit.
No, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Biden's gonna keep him hidden for the next 4.
Well, not anymore, dude. He's out in public.
Like,
this is what's crazy is he's out in public, and like I thought Donald Trump was gonna be all over it. I thought the media was gonna be all over it. No one said anything.
About what? Sorry.
Hunter Biden.
Yeah. No. Well,
like
remember all that shit drop that we were talking about?
Like we covered it more than anybody else.
But I heard it was all bullshit. Like the guy, I have it. I just didn't put it in the story yet. But so the person that broke the case,
yeah,
if they do the research and the backtrack, that person's not even a real person. It's super fishy, bro.
Oh, really?
The reason why the major publication didn't run with it because it was essentially bullshit.
Oh, it was like a planted story?
All made up.
So the whole...
All in time for the election.
So like the whole laptop getting left at a Delaware computer shop.
Super sus.
Really?
Like I said, where it originated from, the guy they're saying, doesn't exist. The reason why these other publications, because there was no legitimate facts, is basically what it was.
Okay.
That people are going to put their reputation to write down on, like major publications, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much, I'll look into it some more, but
yeah, I haven't heard.
Wasn't credible as fuck, pretty much.
I haven't heard any of that. That's wild.
And that's why though.
Okay.
Because no one's going to report that shit because they're going to make them look bad, right?
I thought it was the New York Post or the New York Times that reported it.
New York Post, it was. I remember, what was it? Twitter was blocking you from seeing it or some shit? Which was another whole argument, right?
Yeah, like no, Twitter was banning accounts that tweeted the story.
Or banning accounts or whatever.
Which is wild, dude. They banned the New York Post, which is crazy.
Well, it's come out that like Facebook also like throttles to like the left or the right. Like,
but dude, we've talked about this. They've been doing it forever.
Super manipulative. You know what I mean?
It's encroaching on free speech. There's been a lot of people who think that the Second Amendment, I think it is, or the First Amendment, should be amended. With
free speech is the first one.
Yeah. Okay. It should be amended with new rules and legislations regarding social media, because the argument for, in my opinion, I think any sort of censorship on any social media platform is bad. We've talked about like the marketplace of ideas and how you should be able to have conversations with idiots because those ideas get squashed. But as soon as you censor people, it becomes a dangerous slope. Yep. Because the people who are doing the censorship can have their own biases and political leanings and agenda.
Which obviously we're seeing here with Twitter and
exactly. Facebook. And the counter argument to that is, Facebook and Twitter and all these companies, they're private companies. And so they're allowed to do what they want on their own private product, which is Facebook. It's these sites.
Which is true.
True. But then also...
But Facebook's not private. They're public.
Pardon?
Right? Facebook is a public company. You
can... Yes.
Right.
But either way, it's a corporation. Is the argument, with business interests, with their own political leanings, whatever it is.
Right.
But now there's a growing movement of people who think that these aren't just private companies that are able to do what they want. Social media platforms are becoming such a key part of our life. People are spending 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day and getting all their information. This is where discussions are taking place. This is where... pretty much everything in terms of our culture, the cultural conversation happens on social media now, and it's not just a private company. And that's the argument, is that these sites shouldn't be able to control any sort of free speech. And I completely agree with it, to be honest with you.
I do too, because it becomes a slippery slope. Where are you going to stop?
Slippery stroke? Yeah. We stroking
slippery stroke too.
That's the name of the episode, Slippery Stroke.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I agree with you there. Because you're always just going to police it how you see fit.
Exactly.
So, really, what is that going to solve? But I do agree that these guys are having a little bit too much power.
100%.
But that ship has sailed. You fucked up. You cannot go back now. And I don't see how you're gonna regulate them. Like, I know that was Trump's biggest fucking thing. I don't see that happening with tech. I don't. I don't see that happening, man.
I think, yeah. It's
Like, Department of Justice has sued Google because they essentially monopolize the industry. They found out that Apple pays Google billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but again, super shady game.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's going on. Like, do we think everything's on the up and up? No.
I think it's gonna take. Because did you see? I know Mark Zuckerberg. Holy fuck! Mark Zuckerberg got
Highly unlikely. Everybody
pulled in for questioning for something a little while ago, and the people who were doing the deposition, there was a couple judges and prosecutors and stuff. They had no idea how Facebook worked. Like, there was at one point where one of the guys was like, "So you need to explain to me how Facebook is a free platform and yet has all these users and just what they provide this service for free. How do you make money?" And Mark Zuckerberg's like, "We run ads. We've run ads since the beginning." Like, the people right now who are in charge of making legislations have no idea how social media and the tech industry really operates. And I think it's going to take 20, 30 years for new people who actually grew up with this technology to come into power, and then something shit's going to happen. And at that point, it's probably going to be too late.
What's that show that I watched on Netflix about this shit?
The Social Dilemma?
That's it.
What scared me about that show, because obviously, like, I'm on social media a lot. I've done social media marketing. I've done paid Facebook ads. Like, I knew that all this stuff was going on, not to some of the extent, but what scared me is that so many people didn't understand that's what's going on.
I totally knew this was going on.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who didn't. Like, the conversation on Twitter is like, wait, what? We don't have the same Facebook feeds? Like, we see different things? Like, yeah, completely. Like, my Instagram feed is completely different than somebody else's, and it's all based on what I look at for a different amount of times and what keeps me on the phone.
I don't know how, if you use the product so much that you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you use something that much, you think you would know about it, right?
There's some dense motherfuckers
Obviously,
out there, though.
yeah. No, clearly. Yeah, no.
That's what scares me, is that there's that many uneducated people on the subject.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Like you just said, you have all these fucking idiots. All their feeds are feeding them whatever they want to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whatever, if it's like...
It's an echo chamber.
Yeah, if it's like whatever. If it's like toxic or whatever. They're just going to see their narrow-minded or their dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's where it becomes like... I don't want to say an issue, but it could become dangerous, you know?
Yep.
So
Well, it's like... And I try to avoid bringing it back to politics because I feel like we talk about it a bit too much recently just with the election. But, like, if you're far left-leaning or even you're far right-leaning and you follow only far right-leaning people, that's like you're only going to see...
one perspective.
Exactly. You're only going to see people who agree with you. You're only going to see get support and likes from people who agree with your point of view. And
But
so you're going to think...
That's all people want now.
I know, but the thing is, there's a lot of people who are now growing up inside these echo chambers where they completely believe that's how the world actually is. Like, my grandma, for example, all she does is watch CNN, and she will not leave the house because she thinks people are dying. She thinks it's unsafe to just be out. Like, she has no idea that, like, how the world is really functioning right now, because all she does is look at Facebook and CNN and follow, like, pages and left-leaning, not just left-leaning, but pages who are stirring up COVID panic.
Right.
And so she's actually missing out on life. Yes, obviously there's restrictions and you're not allowed to go out and this, that, the other, but it hasn't been this way for a couple of months. It's been way where, like, she's missed Thanksgiving, she's missed family events and birthdays and stuff because she thinks she's going to die. And that's obviously a microcosm of some bigger issues that could happen with this. But having these echo chambers where people think this is the way the world is because of social media is super dangerous. And
agreed, yeah.
And this Social Dilemma really brought that to light. But it blows my mind that people didn't know that.
So, okay, with that being said, you don't think that these companies have something that should they do something about this?
I completely think they should.
No. Does it happen, though?
No, fuck no.
No.
I think it takes
No way.
a new generation of people in power politically for it to change.
Yeah.
Which at that point, they'll be onto something new anyways. And, like, law always lags behind issues, right?
For sure. Yeah,
There's
it takes
always
a
a
while for
lag.
them to catch up, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, dangerous. Fucking, it's super dangerous. I mean, people don't realize that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I hate, just to add, and we'll wrap this up. You can't be getting your news from Facebook.
No.
You can't be getting all your info from Facebook.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing that I find, like, people. Yeah, you just can't. I don't know if it's because of laziness or whatever it is, but like, people will just see a headline, but they don't want to actually like dig in
Do the
and actually
research.
do the research on it, and
100%.
that's a real fucking issue too. They'll tell you the headline, but won't know the story, or
Yep.
I don't know. I think that's a problem too. You can't just be getting your fucking, and wherever, it's not even Facebook, it's whatever you're fucking on. You know, that can't be your only place for getting information.
Yep.
Period. You know, so.
I completely agree.
But people are sucked in. They're on you all the time. Like you said, 2-3 hours. There's some people that are on this fucking shit all day, all night, right?
All day, dude.
Fuck yeah, bro. So toxic. Like, even if, like, regardless what you're doing it for, even if you're like doing quote unquote good things, all day on it is not good.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless. So yeah,
I deleted TikTok the other day just 'cause
it's
I
like a real addiction. you
Yeah,
know?
no, with
it is.
TikTok, I was literally spending like sometimes I'd open it and then 45 minutes would go by and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Just
like,
scrolling, looking
yeah,
at vids
because
or
it's
whatever.
so entertaining. Right? It knows exactly what you like and just finds videos and just play.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole game.
Yeah.
They know what they're
So
doing.
I
Fucking
deleted it. I was like, dude, I can't have this app anymore.
Yo, on that note, I never heard nothing more about this TikTok being sold. Remember, he's setting a fucking date, and Trump wanted to get paid from this.
Yeah, I don't have
And
no idea
then
what
I
happened.
never heard nothing ever from it ever again.
We should look into it for next episode.
It's weird. You didn't hear nothing, but I haven't heard shit
either.
all about this.
No,
yeah.
I haven't either.
Interesting.
All right, brother, you want to call it? Or do you got something else?
Yeah, I got one more.
Yeah, hit me.
So, George Clooney,
Yep.
solid guy, I assume. Well, he is
Nespresso.
after finding this out. So he fucking gave 14 of his friends $1 million each.
Yeah, I seen this. This
Pretty
is sick.
fucking G.
This
You
is
know
super,
what I mean?
super
Like,
sick.
so he was saying, basically, all these guys I'm super close. Without these guys, I wouldn't have anything that I had in my life, pretty much. And he's like, if I were to get hit by a bus, all these guys are in the will. He's like, why am I waiting to get hit by a bus?
Just
Like,
getting the money.
basically, enjoy the flowers now. Let's do this right
100%.
now. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess he gets a van. He puts florist on the van. Actually,
Yeah.
picked up the cash with security guards.
Yeah.
All in briefcases. Their
Yeah.
own briefcases, right?
That's
and,
sick.
Gets all his buddies over the next day, and holds up a map, and he pointed to all the places in the world, and all the things that he got to see because of them. Basically, like, he may have stayed on somebody's couch coming up, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he was like, wanted to repay them back. Obviously, he's like, all right, $1 million, and he did it. It was in September, and it was on the 27th or 28th. He said. It just so happens a year later, he ends up getting married on the same day, which is odd. But like, yo, you do that bunch of good, it's like karma coming back. You know what I'm saying? If you
100%.
believe in that shit, you know what I mean? So now, some of his friends were already rich, right? Like one of the guys, Randy Gerber, who's married to Cindy Crawford,
He's well off.
loaded.
Yeah.
And he's like, tried to give the money back.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, if he gives his money back, nobody gets the money.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You have to take it.
gotta take it.
But
right?
then it's like if you're rich, then you're like, okay, that $1 million yacht that you wanted to buy but couldn't justify it, now you can like go spend it on something fun, right? Like
And the another G thing, he paid the taxes on it, so it was a cool meal.
Cool meal, straight meal. That's sick.
That's even more G.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not like here's a meal and they're gonna take $400,000. No,
100%.
no. Here's a meal.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
G,
dope.
bro.
But that's like such a good way to do it. And it's funny because my grandma actually does the exact same thing. So
Hands out $1 million to each of her friends.
no, but she has said multiple times that like apart from like some of the property she owns, because like I guess my great grandpa was like a bit of an entrepreneur and owned a couple places, so that's gonna get passed down. But all like everything else, all the money she had saved from her dad and all this stuff, she's giving out to the grandkids now.
Dope.
And so like when I
Wants to see you enjoy it.
exactly, so
Yeah.
like every single one of the grandkids has gotten $5,000 to buy a car as soon as we graduated high school.
Oh, right on.
Everyone's gotten our school paid for parts of it.
What you do is you don't buy the car. You buy some blow.
Yeah, 100%.
You make that 5 into 10. And then you make that 10. No, I'm just kidding, Grandma.
I'm going to retire my grandma again.
We'll talk about this off air.
Yes. But I completely agree with it. She was like, don't expect anything to will because there's not going to be anything for you. I'd rather see you guys actually enjoy
Let's go,
things
for sure.
now.
Fuck
100%,
yeah.
right?
You know how much joy that brings her?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's super G to do it that way.
Granny, if you're looking to hang out another 5K, I'll give you my address.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Dope story. Shout
Right
out
on.
George Clooney.
Yeah, and real talk, like, you know, like, this guy gets all the bitches. Couldn't be a nicer guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you, George. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God damn.
100%.
Really making us look real bad, George.
100%.
Any of my friends, I'll hand out $14 to each of you. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm going to come for that $14, let me tell you.
So, yo, you'll be too busy in the glory hole. Fuck you talking about, man.
But you get my dick sucked. I don't know about you.
By your buddies.
But hey, just get my dick sucked and don't ask questions.
Yeah. That's good. You're a real man. I'll be the
100%.
pussy, bro. You're such a pussy. All right. You want to wrap this shit up?
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks everybody for listening. Again, for those who don't know, this is our Friday episode. You just heard it pretty all over the place. Our Wednesday episode, we usually release on Wednesdays, some days Thursdays. It's more sports orientated, so if you're more into that, tune into that one. But we'll see you next week.
Peace.